are doing things. Look what they did with immigration, and look what they've done with health care.
It's horrendous, absolutely horrendous. Bill in Athens, welcome to the Wells Report. Good to have you here.
How you doing, boys?
Hey.
Hey, Bill, how are you?
Just fine. Listen, Kinky, you and I had coffee together one morning at Borders on Preston Royal a couple of years ago. I just wanted to offer you up another slogan. Your old slogan was Kinky, why the hell not? Right. I'm thinking, how about Kinky, why the hell didn't we?
Yeah, there you go. You know what? That really resonates.
Well, yeah, a guy this morning told me that the only solution to all this is to have term limits, line item veto, and rename the parties the Weasels and the Maggots. They're not getting it done. Nobody trusts the government anymore. That's really the crisis that we're in. And when you find an inspiring guy or somebody that you like say Ron Paul, who seems to be resonating a little bit, they're going to crucify him. The Republicans themselves will take care of Ron Paul. You just watch.
Now be careful on that one. I want to talk to Ron Paul. I talked to him once, and I asked him a few questions he didn't have the answers to, but I really do want to talk to him again as this is unfolded here. So I'm honestly trying to make sure that this man has access to public airwaves where people listen.
Well, let me say, Ron Paul, I like Ron Paul. I have not endorsed him, and he doesn't inspire me. In fact, J.D., can you think of a living politician who does inspire you? There just aren't any.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, I can think of one or two, but I see your point. When you talk about how government isn't trustworthy, that should shake all these people that got into public service right to their heart. And you know what? I bet you it does. But what it doesn't do is it does not affect the people who could care less, that are in the public sector for one reason only, their own particular ambition, their aggrandizement, and their enrichment. That's all they're doing.
Every great leader that America has had, from Davy Crockett to Thomas Jefferson to George Washington to Teddy Roosevelt to Sam Houston, on up and down the list, these people had one thing in common: they did not put party first. That wasn't the first thing that they thought about. Today, that's very, very different, and I don't know who started it, but what these guys are doing is, since they can't handle the major issues of our time, they criminalize trivia, and they give Kinky Friedman a hard time with his cigar company, and that's what's making this such a success, by the way. Kinky Friedman Cigars, KFC, we're doing so well because cigar bars are springing up like speakeasies all over the landscape. That they're trying to do prohibition all over again, and it isn't working.
And it will not, and it will continue not to work. As a matter of fact, until politicians realize they work for Americans, until they start working for Americans, as opposed to American companies or American corporations. As soon as they start realizing that Americans get to have what they want because it's in our Constitution and so on, then things will be better.
I got nothing against Kay Bailey or Rick Perry or any of these people, but look at Rick Perry. Graduated, I think, 71, 72. He has been in what we call public service his whole life, J.D. I mean, he's not that I'm the hardest working man on the planet, but I have had a few jobs in the public sector.
Yes, sir.
And in the private sector. I'm the private sector, and I haven't been in public service. And these are the people we got to watch out for that have been in public service their whole lives and have somehow gotten very rich.
Yeah, they certainly have. Kinky Friedman Cigars being unveiled